Good morning everyone from our hostel here in Jasper. We are actually checking out today and heading to Lake Louise, which means we are driving the famous Icefields Parkway highway. Now we did to travel up here, but because we were driving from Calgary and it was a longer drive, we didn't really make any stops. But the Icefields Parkway is famous for the wildlife that you see, but also there was so many different stops on the way. But anyways, because we have that shorter drive, I thought I would bring you along with me as I travel down to Lake Louise. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do, because this highway has only one gas station and we're pretty low on gas from all of our adventures here in Jasper, we need to pick up some fuel and then also pick up another traveler who's coming along with us. A girl named Laura, who we met yesterday, I do think, needs a ride to Lake Louise, and that's where we're going. So I said, as long as you're good with us stopping all the time, she's gonna join in, which is gonna be super fun, but we just have a couple stops to make first. So the first stop on our Icefields Parkway drive is the Athabasca Falls. It's a super quick and easy stop. It literally takes under 5 minutes to walk to the viewpoint of the falls. There is more hikes if you want to hike in the area, but because we have quite a few stops that we want to do on this trip, we're going to keep going. But the view of the waterfall with the mountain in the background, and the waterfall is huge. It was just definitely worth the 5 to 10 minutes it takes to get here. But anyways, that's the first stop done, and we're heading back to the car, and we'll see you at the next one. So we just arrived at our next stop. It's the Columbia Icefields Glacier. It's kind of the most popular stop here. There's tons of tours that go here that go on the glacier. We're just doing the free little hike up. We are not having good luck with weather. I think there's a storm that is chasing us because every time we've stopped, it started raining. That's actually why we skipped our last one. We decided to just come here, and then the same thing happened, but we really want to go view this one. So there's a little break in the clouds, so I think we're going to try and do it as quickly as possible, go up, view it, and come back down. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear me because the wind is kind of crazy here, but we have made it to the glacier. We just did the little hike up and the walk down, and there's signs showing how much it's receded, and it's actually crazy how it was only in like, I think it was like 1950 or 60, and it's all the way back there. So it's just crazy how much the glacier has receded, and it's really quite sad, but the glacier itself is beautiful to look at. Like, we're in this little valley surrounded by mountains, and it's just so wonderful. It's definitely one of the popular spots. You can pay to take a bus that actually drives you on the glacier. It's quite expensive, so of course this is just what we're gonna do as we're driving to Lake Louise today. But this is definitely a must stop. If you're taking this highway, you have to stop, you have to come out and do the little hike to the glacier. It's definitely worth it. Also, I just really feel like a true Canadian because everyone else is super bundled up because it's quite chilly here and in full-on hiking gear, and I am hiking in my Birkenstocks, and I'm doing really quite fine, except for my ears are a little chilly, but that's it. Makes me feel good. So the last lake that we are stopping at on our Icefields Parkway journey, which honestly, you don't even have to do the stops that we've done. Although I have really liked the ones that we've done, there is so many. You can literally pull off almost anywhere. You can do longer hikes. Right now we're just kind of walking to like viewpoints and stuff. We have another person that's traveling with us that we're driving to Lake Louise, so we didn't want to take too much time. But what we have seen is beautiful. Right now we are currently at Bow Lake. Just a short little like 2-minute walk to our viewpoint. It's set behind, or it's set in front of a beautiful, beautiful mountain. So we're just gonna soak in the views before we hit the road again. Good morning from the Castle Mountain Wilderness Hostel. This is where we stayed last night after we dropped off Laura in the Lake Louise village for her to take a bus the rest of the way to Banff. We came here and just had a really honestly chill night. We met a couple Canadians, a couple more Germans. We went and we watched the sunset. So it was just a really nice chill night, a good night to catch up on some sleep because we have two very special people joining us for the rest of our trip. So today we are actually heading to the Lake Louise lake. Honestly, it's probably one of the most popular things you can do in this area. It's just at the end of the Icefields Parkway drive that we did yesterday, so super convenient as well. Now, the only thing is that the parking lot, first of all, I think it costs like 36 Canadian dollars to park there, but also it fills up like before sunrise, and that is way too early for us. Plus, we're waiting for the other two to get here. So it's about, I think, 11:30 right now. We're meeting at noon. So there's a shuttle that can take you from the ski resort to the lake. Now online is hit or miss whether we need a reservation or not, so we're gonna go and show up. It is a Saturday, so it's also like the busiest time, but we're gonna try it and we're gonna go see if we can visit the lake today, so come along.
Hi, how are you? I'm good, nice to see you.
So the journey to get to Lake Louise was a little bit more costly than we thought. We're also only walking uphill right now, so if I sound out of breath, that's why. But there is like a Canada Parks shuttle that goes from the Lake Louise ski resort to Lake Louise, and it goes to Moraine Lake. But the lady says it books out like 8 months in advance, and we just showed up without a reservation. So our cheapest option was to pay $45 for a bus that takes us to both Lake Louise and Moraine Lake, which is absolutely wild that is the most, or that was our cheapest option when we got to Lake Louise. Packed. Now we're taking the hike to the tea house at Lake Agnes. We were hoping that there would be a little bit less tourists, but we're still passing a ton, but we're having a good time. Although right now it is uphill the whole way. The girls are waiting for me and they're laughing that I'm doing this, but it is really fun. But I am excited for the tea house. I just should have packed more water. Okay, so we finished the hike up to Lake Agnes. None of us have done this hike before, and it was absolutely gorgeous, except it was straight uphill for 3.4 kilometers the whole way. So our friend McKenna is standing in line right now at the tea house to, I think, get us some drinks and some snacks because the lineup is massive, but I think we deserve it. But we also get a gorgeous view. The lake is still like kind of frozen. It got a little bit snowy and colder as we were getting up, but I feel like that just adds to the Canadian experience. So we're just gonna sit and enjoy, and then we'll head back down. Okay, so to catch you up a little bit, our hike down from the tea house at Lake Agnes back to the base of Lake Louise was a little bit chaotic. We were kind of taking a nice stroll, thought we had a decent amount of time, and then all of a sudden we realized that we were cutting it a little bit close, so we had to do a really quick jog. So the good thing, but also unfortunate for us, the tickets that we bought today got us a pass to both Lake Louise and Lake Moraine. But we're planning on doing Lake Louise today and only kind of cut out time in our schedule for one of the lakes. So when the bus went around to Lake Moraine, we decided to not actually go into it, which was super unfortunate because I've heard it's really beautiful. But also Janine and I, even throughout Jasper, through all of our hikes, we've been seeing gorgeous, gorgeous lakes, and the weather was kind of turning for the worse. We could see clouds in the distance. It was about to rain, so we decided to just take that bus all the way back to the ski resort so we could hop back in our car and drive and see if we could set up our campsite before the rain actually started. We were not successful. We got the tent up with the rain fly, but we've been cooking in the rain and hanging out in the rain, and it's really, really cold. So that's going to be an adventure all on its own, but that's going to come in the next video. So to wrap up our drive down the Icefields Parkway and our time at Lake Louise, it was really beautiful. It is definitely, I would say, busier than Jasper. Like some of the hikes that we were doing in Jasper were quite busy, but there was lots of moments where we were by ourselves. The Icefields Parkway, you were there with a lot of people, of course, because everyone wants to do that drive. And Lake Louise, as you saw, it's expensive and it's really touristy, so there was tons of people all along the base, but our hike to the tea house was honestly so gorgeous. I love that the lake up there was like half frozen. I think just being Canadian, I kind of have a mindset that I would never go there just because there is so many tourists, but Janine absolutely loved that, so kind of take what you want from it. It is gorgeous. It is just expensive to get there, but anyways, we have lots more adventures here, and now that McKenna and Narissa are joining us, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time when we explore the town of Banff. Bye-bye! Nope, I can't do it. I can't do it. There's so many people. You're taking me right through the mud. Go through the snow. I can't block it, Jack. Oh God, you scared me. Don't look so miserable.